Great. So we can start. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to Healthy Mind, Healthy Life. I'm your host Avik, and today's episode is all about transforming your mind in 17 seconds. Just 17 seconds. And our guest today is Jenny Huckleroad. So welcome to the show, Jenny.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here today.
Great, lovely. So Jenny, before we start, I'll quickly love to introduce you to all the listeners. The listeners, Jenny is the number one best-selling author, speaker, mind change expert. And after a life changing accident and a hopeless diagnosis, she discovered the power of the subconscious mind and transformed health, happiness, and a success. And now she helps others to do the same. So I'll not take much of your time. I'll quickly get direct to the point. So, Jenny, I mean, your story is incredible and would love to know about your story. So, what was the turning point that led you to this transformation?
They say that hard things help us grow, and I wish it didn't have to be that way. I wish when I was doing great, I would just pick up a book and learn more things and grow myself. But a lot of times it's through the hardships we go through in life. And of course, like most people, there's lots of hardships in life. And I had been through a big one, which was on August 10th of 2013. I was in a hiking accident. I jumped a little too far and I couldn't get up. And my husband, who was with me, ended up having to call 911 emergency services. And they sent in a ground crew to hike in and try to get me off the mountain, and they couldn't. And they ended up calling a helicopter to come get me. And they zip lined me up to this helicopter and took me to the hospital. And when I woke up, they told me I had broken my back. So all of a sudden, my life just came to a screeching halt. And at the time, I had a big and busy real estate company. It was very successful. I'm the mother of four kids, and they were younger at the time. So busy mom life, doing all the things with the kids, homework and sports and activities, and, cooking and cleaning and driving them around and all
That's
the
amazing,
things.
I have to say. I mean, I'm just listening and I'm thinking, I mean, oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was also running the women's organization of my church. So I had about 270 women that I was responsible for their spiritual and physical and temporal well-being. I was fundraising in my community, excuse me, and I had so many things going on and now can't move. So I had a lot of thinking time. And what I thought was, I want to get better. And thankfully, I wasn't paralyzed, I was just broken. And they said I would get better, but it would just take some time. And so while I laid there thinking about my life, I thought, there's something really strange going on here in my life. And that strange thing is, one, I always seem to be suffering with some kind of body issue and pain issue. I'll just get over one and then another one will happen. I'll get over that and another one will happen. I was taking prescription pain pills, got put on them at 12 years old. Why does my body always hurt? Why is something always physically wrong with me? So that was the first thing I was thinking of. And the second thing I was thinking of, I didn't understand the connection at the time. I thought, I'm not really happy in my life. I'm really successful in my career, but I don't feel like it's my purpose or my passion or the right path for me. But I keep doing it because it's so financially successful. I married my high school sweetheart. I met him when I was 14. We got engaged when I was 17, married him at 18. And it was super fun for a couple of years until it wasn't. And now it's, 20 years in, and I'm just not really enjoying it. Um, and I had all these body issues and these emotional things, and I just thought, gosh, you know what? What do I need to be happy? Because from the outside looking in, I have it all, right? I did marry my high school sweetheart. We have these four beautiful kids. We have homes and cars and travel and all the things. I have a great religious and spiritual foundation. And what's missing? Well, why aren't I happy? What's going on here? So I did a lot of soul searching while I was laying there. And the thing is, I think if I would have gotten better quickly, I would have just gone back to my same old life and I wouldn't have learned any lessons. But what happened was, as my mobility started to come back, the pain started getting worse and worse and worse. So that a year after the accident, I started taking more pain pills. 2 years after the accident, I convinced surgeons to do major surgery on my back, putting rods and screws and a synthetic disc in my back because I was in so much pain. I couldn't even sit in a chair 2 years after the accident. And 7 months after the surgery, I was in the same pain as before the surgery. And they told me there was nothing more they could do for me. Just keep giving me pain pills and they were sorry. I couldn't even drive my car. I, I couldn't live my life. And I told them, like, you can't just say, sorry, we're done. There has to be something I
Yeah,
can do.
I have to say, I mean, uh, it's inspiring, like how challenges can become the catalyst for the growth. That's definitely true. Wow, great. And also one thing is coming to my mind also, like 17 seconds rule. It's really catching my eyes, definitely I have to say. So the 17-second rule which you mentioned, what is it? I mean, how can people apply it daily? First of all, I'll be the person who I'll definitely love to apply. So I'll definitely love to listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we're gonna like dive into the meat of what I learned. And the meat of what I learned was that the pain I was experiencing was not being caused from breaking my back. The pain I was experiencing was emotional pain from all these things I told you about, why I was laying there so unhappy. I didn't understand the connection. I thought my back hurts because I broke my back. It must be my back. But I met a medical doctor who taught me that no, actually, this pain is emotional pain from all these things you mentioned and even things you didn't mention, like your childhood. Lots of things causing tension in your body. And it's going to go to this weak place in your body so that you think it's your body, and it's not your body. It's your life, it's your emotions, it's your mind. And so, what he taught me was about the power of my subconscious mind. And so, the 17-second rule taps into a lot of things. So, like I said, we're just diving in the deep end right here. So, we've got three minds: a conscious, a subconscious, and a superconscious mind. And our conscious mind has to do with that 17-second rule. So, what happens is we have a thought, and if we keep thinking on the thought for more than 17 seconds, it becomes a feeling. So now we're thinking it and we're feeling it. As soon as we feel it, our brain pulls in all the stories. Here's why this is true, because this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Oh, we believe our story. And then if that goes on for more than just 68 seconds, it literally changes our reality because it changes our energy field. It changes what we attract and what we manifest in our life. So the 17-second rule is to catch your thinking and catch your story and ask yourself, is this what I want to feel? Is this what I want to create in my reality? And if it's not, you have to change the story. And you may say, but the story is true. And I say, actually, no, the story is your perception based on your subconscious belief system, which was formed through your life when you were young. Your mind was literally in a theta state and became programmed as you were young. And then all the things you've been through are just layers upon that. And that is how you are perceiving the world. And now you're narrating the story. That's not necessarily true. It's just your perception. So 17 seconds is to catch the thought. And if you don't like the reality it's creating, stop thinking that.
That's amazing, I have to say. I mean, just second in 17 seconds of focus can shift our entire mindset. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Great. So, tell us about your Leap Transformation app. Like, how does it help people achieve the real change?
Yeah. What I discovered was the subconscious mind, according to scientists, is 1 million times more powerful than the conscious mind. Did you hear that? 1 million times more powerful. And it controls us about 95% of the time. We may think we're conscious, but have you ever driven across town and got somewhere and thought, gosh, I don't even remember what route I took to get here. How did I run a red light? I mean, how? Wow, I was on the phone. I was thinking about something else. I was singing along to the music, and here I am. The subconscious just runs you automatically. And so, what my app Leap Transformation does is it takes these automatics that maybe you don't like. For example, after I worked with this doctor who helped me learn how to heal my body with my mind, then I told him, hey, can you help me stop taking pain pills? And can you help me like my husband again? And can you help me lose weight? And can you help me get rid of my bad temper? And can you help me get rid of allergies and motion sickness? And there's all these things I want to change about my life. But what it seems like is I read a book on it or I go to a seminar on it and I think I have it. And then I notice I'm just revert back to my old ways. It's kind of like a diet, right? If you say, starting Monday, this time for real, I'm going to eat right and exercise. And a lot of times by the week's end, you're already messing up with what you said. For sure, this time I'm doing it. Why? Because the conscious mind can only focus on a few things, and the subconscious program takes over. And so, what my app does is it programs your subconscious mind to be in alignment with what you consciously want. So that power, that million times more power, that 95% of the time, that mind that's in control is running the program you want and creating the life you want instead of your conscious mind wanting to take you this way and your subconscious pulling you this way and you just getting so frustrated with yourself. Like, why can't I change? Why is this thing such an issue for me? Why can't I be better or do better? So that's what the app is all about. And I wanted to make it so that it was affordable and accessible to people worldwide because I don't want people to be in pain or frustrated or not achieving their goals or stuck in their problems. You can change it really easy if you tap into your subconscious mind. I don't hear you, Avik.
Oh, I thought like so I was muted. So yeah, so I was just saying like if you can share like the Leap transformation app. I mean, definitely it's a powerful on-demand tool to support personal growth anytime, anywhere. So how does it help people achieve the real change?
Yeah. So what it does is it literally changes the brain. I had scientific studies done by a neuroscientist studying brains of people doing the work that I created. I created these brain exercises. So what happens is when you get in the app, it's fun, it's interactive, it's AI, it's neuroscience. It asks you, hey, are you trying to solve a problem or achieve a goal or work on personal growth or feel different? What are you trying to accomplish? And then based on what you type in, it's going to bring up brain exercises that literally repattern the brain and change the subconscious program, change the automatic. I'll give you an example. So for me, for a lot of my life, I was dieting, trying to lose weight, exercising, dieting, exercising, always struggling. Now, never a massive problem, but 20 pounds, is driving me crazy. So what I did with this program is I programmed my mind to only want to eat healthy food. That was my automatic. That was my natural. That was my go-to. I programmed my mind to just have one serving instead of two. Things like this. I programmed my mind to love to exercise. So it was something I consciously wanted, but my subconscious was sabotaging it. So once I programmed my mind, then all of a sudden this wasn't an issue for me anymore. My subconscious supporting me 24/7, 95% of the time automatically. And then that other 5% of the time, I could consciously make the choice instead of maybe overeating or not exercising and then feeling bad and getting upset with myself and that whole pattern. So it's the same thing for any area of your life. What are you trying to change? If you're trying to change it consciously, what happens is you can focus on it and keep the change like this. Don't blink your eyes. It's a subconscious program that you can overpower. But I start to blink when I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say next because my brain can only do so many things at the same time consciously, but subconsciously it can do thousands of things at the same time. So the app changes the subconscious mind. It changes the automatic. And then it also says, hey, now what action can you take to move forward to achieve your goal? Right? We're not robots and we're not going to just sit on the couch and get rich or achieve all our dreams. We still have to take action, but it's so much easier to take action if you want to like to exercise and you program your mind to like to exercise and want to exercise. All of a sudden, it's like your body's pushing you to go do it instead of saying, oh no, you're too tired. How about tomorrow? Let's just turn on a movie instead, right? So it's like all of you is moving in the same direction. Think you might be muted again. Well, since I don't hear you, I'm gonna,
So,
oh,
I
there you
mean,
go.
any advice you'd like to share with the listeners today?
Yeah, the advice is, what do you want different in your life? So many times we spend our focus on what we don't want, what's not going well, the bad things happening, and it takes us into this negative downward spiral. And it's funny when new clients start to work with me, because I do see private clients, I ask them what do they want different in their life? And so many times they'll send me an email and say, you know, the weirdest thing, I'm already feeling better and I haven't even worked with you yet. How is this happening? And it's just the step of change your focus into what do you want instead of what's not working and what you don't want and what's not going well. You feel equal to the way you're thinking. So if you're thinking in the positive and in the goal setting and in the achieving, all of a sudden you're going to feel better. You're going to have a new mindset. So what do you want different? Focus on that. Focus on your goals and what you want to achieve. And you can literally design your life. How do you want your life to be? Focus on that.
Amazing. And so one more thing. I mean, it's very important because if someone wants to connect with you and access your app, where they can find.
Yeah, I love that. So you can go to my website, balancedyou.org, and you can find out information there, a lot of information about your subconscious mind. I have a lot of free gifts and downloads and master classes and all sorts of things to start to learn really about the power of your mind and how to tap into that power. It's amazing once you do tap into that power, how everything can shift in your life. And it might seem like I've tried it. I've tried to have a positive mental attitude or think positive or say affirmations. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about literally changing the brain, changing the subconscious. So go to balanceyou.org and you can get all the information there, including my app. You can also just go to the App Store or the Play Store to download my app, Leap Transformation.
Hmm. That's amazing. That's really amazing and great. And I mean, I have to say this that small steps lead to a big transformations, dear listeners. It's a great thing. And I'd love to thank you, Jenny, for sharing your wisdom, Jenny. I mean, it's really, really great having you here today. And listeners, like if you're ready to change your life, start applying the 17 seconds rule today, which I really attracted, and I believe you will also love it. So do it, feel it, do also let us know on the social media and other platforms. what was the feeling? Do let us know. Would love to listen to. And also find Jenny's resources into the episode description. I'll put it for your easy reference. And also do not forget to subscribe, review, and share this episode with everyone who needs to listen to this. So with this, until next time, stay mindful and keep growing with healthy mind and healthy life. So thank you so much.